Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. Just gonna do a little impromptu test. See how the revised internet connection is doing. Some of that may be YouTube, and some of it may be from people coming into the live stream, and some of it may have been my actual internet, which I am inclined to blame myself. And the guy that was out yesterday being what, Monday? God bless my heart, it was Monday. Said the only other thing we could try if this doesn't prove success. Oh, he brought out a new router, a new super duper router that he says is top of the line, yada, yada, yada. Between you and me, I really think the older, excuse me, router was going out. But when I'd called the technical department, not being Race Owen, because he is not my technical department, darn it all. Anyway, when I'd called on a couple times before, the technician that I spoke to told me that, no, my router wasn't going out, even though I think it really was. Any hoots. I have a new router. Super duper improved, as the guy says. Hey, Gail. Thanks for being here, darling. It is just a live test, and I'm not sure how long I'll be on. I do have something in the kitchen on the stove. I know I'm burning stuff. Got my timer going, so if I make it about an hour, the timer will go off. Anyways, I'm just gonna fussy cut some print stuff I got from this particular page. Is Junk Journals, Faux Ephemera Set 2. I'm not sure. I guess it's from Love Junk Journals. I don't know. So I'm just going to fussy cut out. And I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me or not. I'll repeat because everything is worth repeating, right? If you said it once, it's worth repeating. That I got a new router. The guy that came out told me it's super duper, top of the line, yada yada, whatever. It is provided by my phone company, because I do go through the phone company with fiber optics, and I will say it is the best internet we have ever had. It has only gone out maybe 3 times. 3 times might be pushing it, okay? No, they did not move it closer. The guy says they didn't schedule it properly for him to move the router. And I thought, well, but I had expressly told her, I think he might have been storying me, to tell you the truth. I think he just didn't necessarily want to go up in the attic. But I don't know. Don't know that. Can't say that for sure. Just my opinion. But he did. He didn't like the walls I wanted to put it on. Well, he'd already said he didn't have enough time scheduled for it before he said he didn't like the walls that I said I would like it on. Then he looks in the kitchen and he says, you know, the kitchen would probably be a really good place for it. It would still, you know, reach your living room because it's all kind of open right there. And it would be closer to your studio. He does know to call my she shed a studio. And I told him, I said, well, you know, umpteen years ago, there was a telephone line in the kitchen, and we had a flood and had some work done, and I couldn't remember if the telephone box was still located in the wall or not. So, and my husband informed me when he got home last night that yes, the telephone box is still in the kitchen. So if this doesn't work, then I guess I will have them come out, and hopefully they would schedule enough time, I don't know, and have him put the fiber optics, because he said it wouldn't be that hard to convert the telephone line over to a fiber optic line for the internet. So, you know, but yeah, I thought it sucked too. But it has been behaving. We have not lost connection once since it's been in, you know, since the new router. It is a pain in the patootie, you know, because you have to reset everything for a new password. I'm just saying, because, you know, it's true. And we have internet cameras in different places around the house, and I've not been able to get those back on the internet online yet. So there's that. I suspect we will work on that this evening when my hubby gets home from work. So, hey, Janie, how are you, darling? Glad you're here. I'm just going to fussy cut for a while, and we're going to see how the internet behaves. Although, I mean, I know I get some buffering when I'm live during the morning times on the third Thursdays, which I'm typically live on, y'all. Just throwing that out there. I seem to have more issues on the fourth Sunday live hop with the Mary Altier. It actually seems to be worse on those nights, and I'm really not sure why. I don't know. Of course, it's all Greek to me anyways. Oh, thank you so much, Star. I am just fussy cutting. And I got some stuff I downloaded because I have Rosemary Morris's, I got her apothecary box, bento box, whatever thing. And I went and downloaded some stuff online. Well, I bought them. I didn't hijack them, y'all. And I thought I would just fussy cut them out and chitter chatter while we're testing the onlineness. Is anybody buffering? Hey, Function. Is anybody having any buffering? Because, well, that's a speaker. I don't know how well my connect. No Buffy. Okay, well that is a good sign because we have been known to get Buffy during the day, not just on Sunday night. And I don't have any messages telling me that my connection is floppy. I don't know. Y'all know I'm real bad about looking up at the screen, so it could tell me that and I could miss it. Because when that flips on, it is pretty quick. I will say I really do like this new camera. I've mentioned it before. I'm not selling it. I'm not a affiliate or anything. It is a Logitech Brio, B-R-I-O. And I like it because I can control it mainly. Main thing because I can control it. This particular one is from Nick the Booksmith, these little telegrams. I love Nick the Booksmith. Anyway, I like the camera. The lighting, it seems to show brighter. So I turned off a couple of lights. So I didn't, hopefully the lighting is still okay. It looks okay on my screen, but you know how that goes. Hey, Mary Ellen. I appreciate y'all showing up like this kind of, impromptu. I do appreciate your timeage. Okay, this is received at Shelby, North Carolina. Mr. and Mrs. O. Max Gardner. Congratulations and best wishes. I don't know. Somebody got married. Somebody had a baby. I don't know. Make up your own story. When I couldn't tell how these were printing out because some of them I noticed when I was printing you know, these are Etsy bought ephemeras. When I bought some of them from the UK, I had to change the printing orientation. Otherwise, they printed really small, really small. So when I was printing Nick the Booksmith, I switched the orientation, and that kind of screwed it up. So, you know, you just got to kind of test run, depending on the country that you're getting your digital download images, whatever, from. And I also have, and these are not being cut out perfectly. They're just good enough. I also get stuff from the Graphics Fairy. Oh, that's from Bohemian Crafting is who this passporty stuff is from. And then I've got stuff from the Graphics Fairy. I always get their free stuff that they send out on Fridays. If you are not signed up to their newsletter, you will not get their free Friday freebies. And I do like their stuff. So, I had a heck of a time getting the printer back online yesterday. These I printed like, I don't know, a week or so ago or longer. I don't know. It's been a while. And while I was there, I went to the manufacturer, which is Epson, to their website to see if they could help me, which they really couldn't. And I noticed that the printer, hey, Rosemary, I was just chatting about you a minute ago. It was good, wasn't bad. That the printer that I do use is on clearance on the Epson website. So that tells me they're not going to be necessarily updating it for too much longer. The ink is expensive. It is one of those multiple cartridge printers. But I will also say the ink does not smear or run when I use matte medium on it, when I use varnish on it, when I use glue on it, when I use a spray sealer on it. It does not run. So I do like that about the printer. It is a Workforce 2650, I think. Don't quote me on the number. It is a scanner, copier, printer. And I like it. The ink is way too expensive. But I'm thinking the next new printer I get, hopefully is not anytime soon, that I'm learning from other people's experiences that do a lot of digital printing, that they sign up for the manufacturer's ink replacement thing, and that it's a lot cheaper that way. Rosemary, aren't you signed up for your printer ink thing, whatever it may be called? I don't have a clue what it's called. And it may just be, you know, talking out of my backside too, just saying. Telegrams are from Nick the Booksmith. I have some labels from her as well. I'm just fussy cutting, checking out the internet connection because I got a new router. Oh, you're not? Okay, so Rosemary says she is not. But have you heard of that? Have you heard people say that? I wish I could think of a specific person I could point a finger at that has done that. But alas, I watched too many, is there such a thing? Too many YouTube videos. But it seemed like somebody did indeed say that they were signed up for Oh, for the HPs. Oh, see, I don't have an HP. I do have an Epson. And I do like it. It was just a real pita to get back on online yesterday. And then my old computer, which is in the office, that normally I have the printer plugged up directly to it. It's an old computer. Did I mention it was an old computer? When I tried to get the new router on it, Eco Tank. Okay. Thank you, Gail. The old computer would have nothing to do with the new router. It was like, nope, not going to do it. Not even going to do it. So now I have an old computer that works, that I can't print off of, that I can't get online with. So there's that. Oh, I have stuff on the back of this one too. What the heck, Batman? What is all that about? Did it print? It printed double-sided. Dang it, Dale. Dadgummit. Be careful, your printer's printing double-sided. Hey, Judy. Hey, Melody. Hey, Function. I know I already said that. I might say it again because, I don't know, I distract myself. Who realized that I printed double-sided? Who did that? Cripers. Anyway, I've had an HP printer before too. And my HP, the black ink did not smear. And then out here in the studio, I've got a crappy printer. What brand is it? I don't even know what brand it is anymore. But it puts a black line all on the right side or left side of the page. All on the left side of the page. The whole left side will get like a 1-inch black streak, which is really sad. Burn it. Dad, burn it. Are they different sizes? They are. They're a different size too. That's my art, y'all. Anyway, is anybody buffering? How's Buffy? Has Buffy come to see you yet? Still good. Okay, that's good news. I'm taking that as a good signal. A good signal. Anyway, it was quite the day after the internet man left. Get everything back on a new password. And it's a password they assigned, and it's a stupid password. It's not even a word. So I can't even remember it. So now, but like I was saying before I interrupted myself, now I have this this old computer that doesn't, that you know, not good for much of nothing, I guess. I can't get online with it. I can't print from it. It does have a CD drive. That's how old it is. It still has a CD drive. Hey, Zappia, Branson. Thanks for being here, y'all. So I guess I could write, you know, burn CDs or whatever they call that these days. Remember when you used to burn a CD? I guess I can still do that on that one. So I guess it's not totally useless, even though I couldn't tell you the last time I burned a CD. That's how long it's been. Everything is so digital. It's just all right online, just waiting for you, if you can get online. To and from, I will never, probably won't never use those. Why don't we do this one? Oh, that's still the same kind of crap. Stuff. Nick the Booksmith labels. One of these days I'm going to do my own. Because I've kind of done some of that stuff before. Kind of. I was the go-to form maker at 3 different places of employment. Oh, and my husband too. I've made forms for him. I enjoy doing that. It can take a while though. Just depends on what I'm doing. What kind of form. I made some printed some new words and phrases yesterday. I have them somewhere. I thought I'd put them in the stack. There they are. Aren't they pretty? I think they're so pretty. Juanita's here too? Or are you just talking about Juanita? She spins Juanita. Juanita spins. You remember? Okay, I'm glad you remember burning CDs. I'm not totally alone on that. Typically on the words, I just print them out or cut them in long strips and then trim them off as I want to use a word. I like words. I'm kind of a word collector. Don't confuse me with a dictionary, because a dictionary I am not. That I am not. So Sathia. That's funny. Sathia was just telling a story about when she was young, when she was little kid at school. Well, I will tell you, I've had computers for many a year, and you would think I would be a little more tech savvy, but I'm not. The first computer I ever had, my first husband insisted on buying it. And anyway, to make it, it did not have a hard drive. That was back when you had the 5 1/4 floppy drives, you know. Anyway, in order to make the computer work, you essentially had to program it to do something yourself. So I took a class on basic programming, and I learned how, and I made a little green man walk across the screen. That was it. And then a couple of computer games came out. One was BC's Quest for Tires. And the first husband insisted he wanted a flight simulator game. I don't know what it is with men wanting to learn how to fly or wanting to fly. The thing had books. It was like learning how to fly a real plane. And he was like, it's too hard. So he never did it. So the computer collected dust because it's really no fun just watching a little green man run across the screen. But I didn't say I told you so. I thought it in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. Anyway. The second one had a hard drive. I don't know where I was going with that. Nowhere. I wasn't going a place. Not a place. This has got to be some of the most exciting live video I have ever did. Ah. Oh, yeah, wives. Oh, that was my second husband, not my first one. Bless my heart. My first one, we were so damn poor, I couldn't even eat food. And I mean that literally. That is no story. No story on that. Second husband had credit. That's all you need, right? Not really. Man, I have some stories I could tell y'all, but I won't. Because it's nothing, no kind of news story to anybody. I can pretty well bet if it's happened to you, it has happened to somebody else. Maria, how are you, darling? Andrea, who is Andrea? Is that someone's secret name? Gail's gonna go get something. Oh, Function is in. No, she's not. Her name is Function. It says so right there on the screen. Ah! I saved the best husband for last, y'all. He's a really good man. I don't have to ask his permission for anything. He doesn't overspend and charge up stuff. He feeds me. Feeds me well. I am fed well, y'all. He encourages me. And good stuff like that. Just saying. But don't tell him I said that. We don't want him getting a big floaty balloon ad, do we? No, we don't. Anyway, he gives me lots of respect. We dated in high school for a while. He's a very kind man. I like him. I think I'll keep this one. We've almost beat my marriage record. Almost. Saphia, shut your mouth. That's from a song, you know, of a movie I can't think of. Oh, Shaft. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and announce it. It's not quite official, but we're going to do the same 6th Wednesday in 21 again. So that will be fun. Maria's Miscellaneous, one of the girls. One of the peeps. So that's really fun. If y'all have not tried using the same object, same stuff to do a project with, it can be very interesting because you really don't know what you're going to get to use. So there's no pre-thinking. It's like doing my scuffs journal stuff, you know. I can't, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I know I'm going to do a journal page. And okay, so you know I'm going to do a pocket. Because I pretty much always do. But I never know what we're going to have to work with. There's a lot to be said for challenges. As long as they don't stress you out. As long as you don't let them stress you out. Because you're the boss of your stuff. Oh, that's got a thing on it. You are the boss of your stuff. Now, is there a reason why I can't figure out how to do a label like that? No. No, there's not. Other than butt in chair. Other than the button chair. So what y'all been doing today? I know I am too. Maria's looking forward to it. I am too. We've got a switch up person because one of the girls couldn't do it. So we're going to have a stand-in, but I'm not going to say who it is yet. I think we're going to start in January. Actually, I'm sure we're going to start in January. There's no thinking about that one. Oh, I got a calendar reminder. What's it going to tell me to do? Oh, gather 6 things. Ha! How's that for timing? Oh. Any hoots. Got a load of clothes going. I got something on the stove. Burning. Not really burning. It'd be all right. Have a timer. Have a timer. Lady True North, how are you? Glad you're here. Gail's a pretty good guy there, yeah. I don't know if y'all know that about Gail, but she is. I mean, when you say good girl, it sounds like you're talking to a dog. She's a good girl. Gail's a good girl. So, hence the reason I said good guy. I don't know, Gail, whatever you're good at. Everything, I reckon. Reckon is a fancy word for suppose. Gail, apparently you have a shiny coat and friendly eyes. She's a good girl. Gail's a good girl. That's what I tell my Molly. I say, Molly, you're a good girl. As if they could be anything but. Champ's a good boy. Not a good guy, but a good boy. He is a typical boy. Y'all have not heard me say that before. He likes to tease and aggravate Molly. Molly is a corgi mix, probably. And they're very serious dogs. They don't take to goofing around very often. But Champ, being a lab, loves to play. So he aggravates Molly. When she's had enough, she snaps at him. Because she's serious. Actually, what she's really serious about is getting her belly rubbed. Rub her belly. I mean, she's all about the belly rubs. Totally. Totally. These are, this particular page is printed out on cardstock. Which is actually good for this kind of thing. But sometimes you want labels on regular paper. This is on regular paper. I used a piece of paper. I don't know if you can tell, it's got a little bit of marbling on it. I bought it that way. I bought it pre-marbled, regular paper. Artie Dar. Hello, Artie Dar. I'm so glad y'all are here. We've got 20 people here and only 10 thumbs up. See, when I'm not actually doing something, I seem to be a little more mindful of chat, which I really try to be. It's just I kind of get into what I'm doing and seldom look up. Seldom. These are like binder clips. They have the look of a binder clip. Or a bulldog clip, that's it. Bulldog? I don't know. I think you could probably make them look like is your drinking word of the day. Clipboard. Take me 5 minutes to figure out what I want to say. I know, reminder, thank you. It will do that for a couple hours and then it will stop and I'll forget what it was I was supposed to do. Because I'm that way. I'm multitasking. Did I tell you I had sepia? I know. That is not the right word for drinking word, is it? That some of them can. Some of them certainly can. But I do notice sometimes I do use it in some videos. I seem to use a specific whatever the word is that day very much repeatedly. Very much repeatedly. And you know, because I know junk. You want to get technical about it. There is a reason we say and when, and that does seem to be more of an American phraseology than anybody else, I guess, or any other country. I don't know. I don't know for sure about that. I'm just making that part up. That is a meditation word. Y'all know it is. You've heard it. You've just not made the connection to a meditation word. Meditation words bring peace to your brain activity. Okay. And when we can't find our word, we tend to go or ah, because ah can also be a word, not just om. And it kind of settles the brain activity down, usually long enough to find the word you were looking for. Not always. Not always. That's my opinion. I don't know that that's true, but it makes so much sense in my head. Okay? And besides, I could have read that somewhere. Could happen. I used to read. I haven't read a book in a long time. Well, that's not entirely true. I read that that book, you know, about the lady that had passed away and came back and was telling us her story in that book that I did a brief review on a month or so ago. That was the last one I read. I am more inclined to read spiritual kind of books, and I don't mean religious books because they are not the same thing. They are not the same thing. You can be religious and not spiritual. You can be spiritual and not religious. And I don't mean any offense to anyone. But it's the truth. And I'm a truth bringer. And that's why I make so many people pissed off at me. Because, you know, people aren't so happy about hearing the truth. And I will admit, there are times when I'm like, no, I don't want to hear it. But, you know, it doesn't make it any less true. Just saying. Those are like little book plates, or the things you put on drawers, drawer pulls, so you know what's in there. It's labels. Okay, labels. Someone tweeted me. Here's a Band-Aid. I know it. Let's see who. It's not tweet. Okay, let me answer this. It's a Facebook thing. She's asking if I got her clusters. Not yet. I expected them the other day, but I think our post office is jacking with their mail. And I mean that. Okay? Because we have been missing getting bills. I'm not the bill payer. My husband's got all that stuff written down. And he says, did we get blah, blah bill? And I'm like, you know, I don't look at the bills. Anyway, we've been missing more than one bill in the last couple of months. And the reason he knows is because he writes it all down. You know, he knows when to expect what bill and all that kind of good financial planning junk. So he calls the bill people and he's like, do I owe you money? And they're like, yeah, it's due tomorrow. And junk like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and we've had other people's mail in our P.O. box. Their bills. We've gotten their bills in our box. And the other day, what was that, Saturday, when we went to the post office? The only thing we got was somebody else's bills. So we know if that happens that way, somebody else is getting ours. They just may be throwing them away, which is possible. Because some people are asses. This is an adult channel. Just saying. Okay, Jamie. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I really don't know how long I'm going to be on. Probably till about the timer goes off in about 12 minutes. Probably, maybe. Because I am just fussy cutting. That is all I'm doing. It's a test. Are we buffering? Has Buffy seen anybody? Anybody see Buffy yet? Don't be storytelling now. I will say, because I've had the Google Wi-Fi extender, or oh, great, Gail, thank you, or whatever that particular thing is called, the Google whatever thing. And when I plugged it back into the, when I plugged it in, not back into, but when I plugged it into the new router, after about 3 minutes, it was boom, it was up and running. Nothing. I didn't have to do nothing to it. See, that's what I was saying. I even already had an extender or a bouncer or whatever that's called. I don't know what it's called. So, hey, Neil. Okay, it's that girl coming back. Okay, she's telling me if mine doesn't show up, she'll send me another set. So I got to tell her no worries. I don't have to tell her that, but I'm going to tell her that because there's no worries. Hi, Deborah. How are you? How's everybody? So glad to see you. Are y'all working on anything? Yeah. Oh. Wow, Deborah. Oh, bedtime, Sappy. Put a baby to bed. Good baby. I'm still typing because I'm a one-finger texter. Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving is coming up this Thursday. because we always do it on the 4th. Or is that just the last Thursday in November? Maybe something like that. Anyway, it'll be Thursday. And traditionally, Americans eat turkey. It is not our national bird like Benjamin Franklin wanted it to be. It is a bird we eat. Anyway, what my husband and I have done several years now, since we spent a Thanksgiving in Savannah, Georgia one year, and we went and ate bologna sandwiches out on Hilton Head Beach, which actually I think is considered North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't know. I'm lying. I don't know. Well, where Hilton Head is, it's a beach in America on the coast, on the East Coast. Anyway, we were eating bologna sandwiches out there, and our youngest daughter Haley, saved a little boy's life. And I mean, she didn't dive in and swim after him or nothing, but a big giant wave came in and washed him out. And she was fairly close to him, and she was able to just reach over and snatch him up by his arm. I mean, she just, snatched him up. Nobody even had to tell her anything. She just automatically did it. I was very impressed and very glad that she was there and was able to do that. But anyway, we enjoyed our nice, peaceful Thanksgiving. And the following year, things were kind of chaotic, and we did not enjoy our Thanksgiving Day whatsoever. Things were said, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I said, from now on, we're just going to have bologna sandwiches on the beach. So we did. And we didn't think we were going to get to go this year because hubby was going to have to work the day after Thanksgiving. But we may make it down to the beach for bologna sandwiches. And maybe not, because I watched the weather this morning and they said rain. Not just rain, but thunderstorms. So, I mean, you don't have to eat bologna sandwiches on the beach. But you also don't have to have a giant meal. Okay? And get all stressed out about all that, because these holidays and these things, we're coming up in a big holiday season. They're for your benefit, your peace, your Thanksgiving. And if it's bringing you chaos and turmoil, quit doing it. People will either understand or they won't. And that's their problem. That's their burden to carry. I think this particular one is from Bohemian Crafting, which is where I got all these pictures from. And I printed them on photo paper. It's HP photo paper. It's not the best photo paper in the world. Yeah, I'm not a stressor. You had snow. Gail had snow. Yay. We tend to only get snow in the winter. And I do mean winter, which means for us it's typically January till January 2nd. I'm just teasing. But we do tend to get snow after we've had a hurricane. That's true story, y'all. And I've lived here a long time, in this part of Texas, a long time. So I should know. The weatherman, I've never heard say that, but that's what I think. We have had snow on the ground from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas before. And when I say on the ground, it was like hard snow in the shade of the tree. That was the year, that was 1988. I can't even tell you the year because my son had just been born. And we had a bad ice storm. That's when I lived in Humble. And pipes froze. Oh, what a crazy mess that was. people coming over to see the new baby and you don't have toilet because, you know, after tornadoes, yeah. So anyway, we've had snow in April. And yeah, which I must say is very weird. Because I can't tell you how many times, how many Christmases I have spent in shorts and barefooted. Because I'm a barefooted kind of girl. I do like my bare feet. Just saying. This is a lot of photographs, y'all. These are for use or not on Bohemian Crafters and Rosemary. It turned me on to this set. Thanks a lot, Rosemary. I do like it though. It's a faux. Is it faux ID or passport stuff? So that's kind of what these are. I'll take a measurement in just a minute. And it is getting quite warm here today, and I do not have the air conditioner on. These are not quite 1 1/4, or no, 1 3/4. Not quite 1 3/4 by 1 2 tick marks. Whatever a tick mark is. I'm sure some of y'all know what a tick mark is. Oh, grandkids are fun. I have grown grandkids. I have grandkids who have, I have a grandchild who has a child. I'm a great nana. But I haven't got to see much of her because, you know, Chinese flu. Well, I just whacked that one all up. Anyways. Not my youngest, my oldest son will be having his first natural born child like around New Year's. I keep crossing my fingers that it'll be on my birthday. Now, my birthday's not until January 10. So, I mean, you know, it's not that outrageous to think it could happen. And y'all, some of y'all have heard this before. I would love for that baby to be born on my birthday, because then my second husband would remember my birthday. Oh, goodness. I do mean that. I really do mean that. Because you know how satisfactory that would be? It would just really be, yeah. It would be nice. Just saying. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I'm really happy for my son to have his first natural born child. He's a stepfather, and he's a pretty good dad. He was always, out of all my kids, I will say, he was always the one that had the best head on his shoulders. He's always been empathetic and considerate of other people. Always. He's always been that way. I mean, this is not something that he developed. He just came out that way. I think it's because his head was so round when he was born. His head was just so round. And he's always taken up for the underdog and stuff like that. He just always has. Not to say he's never made mistakes, or, you know, he was a kid after all. But he got a pretty good head on his shoulders. His partner, she has wanted to have a child with him almost since they've been together. Oh, there's my timer, y'all. I'm not gonna stop streaming just yet. I'll be right back. I gotta go turn the stove off. Here I come. See, it just took a minute. Anyway, his partner, she's kind of wanted to have a baby with him. I don't know, after they were together a couple of years. And he kept saying no, no. And she was really sweet and didn't accidentally get pregnant or anything like that. And this last year, they started talking about getting married. And they were going to get married this year. And then COVID, you know. But instead of getting married, they're going to have a baby. So that's how that happened. Y'all know how it happened. This is an adult channel. Talk about found relatives. These all printed out with a slight bluish tint to them. Do they come off as bluish? I like them. Anyway, I guess we will yeah, this is faux ID stuff, and I don't know. The problem is once you get to looking at some of those Etsy digital sites, you're in trouble. That's all I can tell you. They are kind of bluish. Some of that could be the printer. I think it's low on ink, or was low on ink back when I did that. So anyway, I will let y'all get back to your busy days. I so appreciate y'all being here, and I think we've got success. We will find out. Maybe I should do a test Sunday evening run. I don't know. We'll see. I think we might be okay now. Okay, 360. Thank you, Norton. Thanks, Norton. Go away. So I appreciate each and every one of you, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. And if you've not already done so, I would like to invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Click the bell for possible notifications of new videos and live videos and stuff like that. Third Thursday of the month, I am live. Fourth Sunday of the month, I'm live. Times vary, of course. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.